to another session of the Laslas business profile, and it has been our tradition to ensure we dish out enough product knowledge to our partners and also by extension shareholders. So I like to first of all test the waters, the wheels in this connect, whether special or normal. Just unmute, tell us where you're dialing from and your name. Just those two things will be fine. Let's just confirm we're having shareholders join our sessions. So do we have shareholders in this connect?
Yes.
Wonderful. Good evening, madam. So let's hear you. Just your name and where you're dialing in from.
Okay, my name is Sakede Olulano. I'm calling from Lagos.
All right. Thank you so
Ajah.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Do we have another shareholder? These things are like priceless assets, to say you're a shareholder. So let's begin to whet the appetite of those who are not shareholders yet, so that you begin to aspire to become one. Is good enough that you're a partner, but we want you to be a shareholder. So do we have another shareholder?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's hear you. Your name and where you're dialing in from.
My name is Dr. Felix Kingsley Okafor. I'm dialing from Saple, Delta State, Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Doc. So I believe we don't have any more. Oh, okay. So that we want to be proud of ourselves, and we also want to tell as much as we can tell that we're actually pulling stuffs that tomorrow all of us will be proud we had invested our time in what we're doing. So I will also want to thank every partner here, everybody that's a partner. Do we have somebody that is not yet a partner? I'm not yet a partner. Let's hear you. Somebody invited you, you're not yet a partner, because I know the other persons might be partners. So let's take who is not yet a partner. You have not registered in any of the categories. Do we have such persons here?
Yes, I just got this information like 2 days ago. So
Okay.
Samuel just introduced it to me and added into the group.
You're welcome, sir. So your name and where you're dialing in from?
My name is Hope, dialing from Lagos.
All right. Thank you. Good to have you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Do we have another person that is still in that category? You're not yet a partner. Somebody invited you. All right. So I guess that will be it. So this is a business profile session. And by extension, this is a know your business series. That's why we have to be doing this kind of things we're doing. We have different sessions where we x-ray our product line, we x-ray what we do and who we are. And we also have the another sessions where we also look at how to navigate our mobile app. But this specific session is looking at the business profile of Laslas. So it's important we begin to understand how these sessions are going, right? It's important we begin to also relate in clear terms with some of the things that will be forming our knowledge base. So welcome to the Laslas business profile session. My name is Goodluck. I'm dialing in from Port Harcourt. So before I proceed, I want to just take a 2 minutes look into the business profile. What is it that the business profile is? What is the business profile? So let me just open the dictionary and I'll share my screen with you so that we look at it together and understand what the business profile is. So just screen should be up now. My screen should be up. Now, so looking at what a business profile is. So together, the purpose of a business profile is to inform others about the details of the organization, right? It also includes information about the business operation and its history, objectives, mission, and applied values. This is essentially what we're going to do today. And having armed yourself with this kind of information, I want somebody to quickly tell us what he or she knows about Coca-Cola. Just looking at the business profile now that we the meaning. What can you say about Coca-Cola? We just want a bold person to do that. Please unmute yourself and tell us anything you know about Coca-Cola in terms of business profile. Yes, who is helping us? Yes, who is helping us?
Well, let me say
Go ahead.
Coca-Cola is one of the biggest soft drink or mineral we can talk about all over the world. Hello, did you hear me?
I got you. I got you. I was struggling. So we heard what he said. He said Coca-Cola is one of the biggest makers of soft drinks all over the world. It's a very good profile he has given us about Coca-Cola. Who wants to add something? Who wants to add something to what he has said? What Hope has said? One of the biggest soft drink makers all over the world. Yes, who wants to add something quickly? Anybody?
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, aside Coca-Cola, we still have the Pepsi, which is also one of the biggest brands in China as we speak right now. Thank you.
Right. So thank you. I like the twist he brought into this. We are still trying to understand something about profile. Who can tell us or give us some profile about Coca-Cola? So there's a twist now to Pepsi to also make us understand that there's also Pepsi, which is another big soft drink makers. So the whole idea of what we're trying to establish is that we want to understand the subject of the discourse. We want to get people involved. We want everybody to be part of what we're doing, and we want to broaden the knowledge base of the business. We don't want us to come here and always be looking at specific things around what one will begin to term the usuals. So going out of that space, we want to involve every person that will be joining our sessions in what we're doing. And that's how you gain product knowledge. So what we have just done is to look at what the business profile is. And it will narrow down into how we will now distill that for Laslas. So having armed ourselves with that basic understanding business profile, let's dive into our session today. So we're looking in this direction, the Laslas business profile. And like I said, my name is Goodluck. I'm dialing in from Port Harcourt. Part of the Know Your Business series, which will be unfolding, right? They will be coming in series. A particular time will come when we'll begin know your customers. For now, we're onboarded almost unanimously, like or Nicodemously, right? Some of you are onboarded with your names and your business names and different kinds of information. But as we're going into the business proper, as it were, particular times will come when we'll begin to demand what is called KYC, to know your customers. And that is simply because the business we're doing will demand that. And the regulator that will actually be checking us, that also be following what we're doing, will also want to know who are your customers. Remember, we have obtained the SCUMEL, the Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering. That's what the SCUMEL means. It is domiciled in the EFCC's desk, and they control everything around money laundering. Before you begin to navigate the shores of a fintech portfolio, there are certain things you must have, and there are prerequisites you need to get before you begin to request for some licenses. We cannot get most of our licenses without knowing people that are our partners. And that's why, for those of us that have filled the equity, you will see specific questions around who you are, of kin, and the stuffs like that. And these are mandatory questions you must answer for cases of emergency, so that nothing is missing. People will put in their money to obtain 100,000 shares, and tomorrow something happens. None of their siblings, none of their relatives, none of their whatever knows that they have equity in this business. And that's why, as part of Know Your Business series, you need to know these things. And in turn, we'll also begin to know more about our partners. So get ready. It will soon be getting interesting. And that will also prepare you for what the Laslas will unveil. So our model speaks across everything we do, and we're very proud of our model. Part of our model is the vision and the mission enshrined in what we're doing and what we are to everybody. If you look at the vision clearly, the vision is to be a leading Pan-African unified payment infrastructure. We have carried this and will still be carrying it, because it will not change. Rather, it will be metamorphosing into what you will be seeing. Now, if you want to be a leading Pan-African unified payment infrastructure, what does that mean? How does it resonate with you? What do you understand by to be a leading? We're not saying we want to be the leading. It's grammar. To be the leading and to be a leading, it's not the same thing. Right? One is definite. To be the leading means you want to be the number one. Then we want to be a leading. It's not definite. We want to be amongst the leaders, because we know it's a tall order. And that is enough vision for us. For a startup, is enough vision, because we will definitely have to do this together, carrying everybody alongside. Nobody in front. All of us side by side, with our hands knuckled side by side each other. We're moving. So that is what our vision is. In terms of the mission, you already understand where we're going to. Most of what you're seeing, right? In the next 2-3 years, they will be in such a twist that you begin to wonder, when did this happen? For those of us that have gotten our share certificates, right? You will begin to understand where Laslas is going to. This is not an ordinary kind of business that you want to assume. And that's why we keep telling every person, as much as possible, this is the time you will see us like this. Maybe in the next month or 2 months, we might not be operating like this, having time to begin to make things around people coming to take equity. This is the time you have to buckle in as much as you can, because as we're moving, we're moving. We're taking those giant steps and we're moving forward. About the business, simply put, we're a fintech company. We do service payments. So if you want to jumble the two of them together, we're a service payment and fintech company, meaning that everything that has to do with services around the fintech and the payments area, we cover them. So whichever twist you bring, whatever form you want to bring, simply put, transactional related in terms of payments, we cover all of those. And we started operation since 2023, November 2023. What is that plan that we have? We have an ambitious plan. That ambitious plan means that Africa is a catch. Africa is our target market. We are targeting Africa because we know Africa is grossly underserved in terms of everything. The Eastern African countries are almost getting to be about the most developed now. But before, it was not like that. West Africa had been leading the pack with Nigeria because of our oil. But lately, the story has changed. Ghana is leading the West African nations now. Nigeria has dropped. What is helping Nigeria is just in terms of maybe still the oil volumes and maybe the GDP that comes from oil. But in terms of what a nation should represent, of course, me and you know the story. Ghana is leading in West Africa. You might even be surprised to hear that countries like Gabon, they're also leading. Gabon has oil too. Now, if we shift our base to looking at the African continent, the Eastern African nations, they are doing very, very well. Kenya, I think Tanzania, all of those countries around that area, Mozambique and the rest, they are doing very, very well. Though they are small in population, but that does not excuse anything in terms of productivity. Northern African countries, of course, we know highly Muslim kind of country, and they have some things against Western kind of lifestyle. So they are predominantly in their own space. But Africa, as it were, if we're not careful, right, especially Nigeria, if we're not careful, in the next 10 years, it might be very difficult to reckon with Nigeria in terms of global business. And why are we very particular about what we're doing? We're particular about what we're doing because we know that African nations are grossly underserved. Grossly underserved. So we want to take this across the African nation. What is it doing that can qualify for our business model? Business model means what is the mix? What are you presenting? How are those things you're putting up? How is it presented? What can one say it's your dominant factor? So again, you are seeing the B2B, meaning that we deal with businesses, business to business. And we also deal with consumers directly. We have businesses that are buying shares, they are buying equity. We have businesses that are also onboarding our platforms. And we also have consumers directly. Like if you want to look at something like these people that do wholesale, there are some businesses that they don't sell to consumers directly. They sell directly to other businesses. So those ones are wholesale distributors. They deal with maybe middlemen. They don't deal with consumers directly, but we deal with both stratas, either the business or the direct consumer. Meaning, as an individual, you can deal, and as a business, you can also deal. So what we're saying is that if you have a business that probably you have the mind that, okay, your business will outlive you. Of course, your business should outlive you. You need to buy equity with your business. Come on board, discuss with investors relations, and buy equity with your business. People are doing it. We have them onboarded already. They bought their own shares and they used their business name to buy shares. Wonderful. What does it mean? It means when there will be bonus payouts, they are getting in twofold. While me and you were spending our money now ordering for catfish and kwabi and maybe Guinness, some other persons are buying shares. Yes, they're buying shares. And that does not mean you will not buy Guinness or buy order for catfish. It simply means you need to use your tongue to count your teeth and also know the signs. This is the time to gather the equity. Gather as much as you can. We cannot overemphasize this. We cannot overemphasize this. Gather as much as you can. One single man, Otedola, we know him. Otedola sold his shares in Geregu Power, 77% shares. Not all directly to him. The one directly to him should be about 16. But the others that made up the 77 are indirect, meaning that he bought them with his companies or with his consortiums. I hope we're following. And in those consortiums, he's the major shareholder. Just like some of us now, we have 2 or 3 businesses we're running. You're trying to get shares here. Meanwhile, in another business you are running with a partner, you are a majority shareholder. That's what that man did. He brought all of his consortium and bought shares in Geregu. But he looked at it and said, I think I should begin to twist, I should begin to change, I should begin to navigate into the fintech, looking at what is happening. He bought into First Bank. So it's no longer news. He has left Geregu with everything he has put into Geregu. He brought everything out into First Bank. We shared this the other day, and this should speak volume. This should make you understand where the times are, what is going to happen in the next 5 years. We're not saying 10 years again, 5 years. You'll be amazed. So, equity, this is the time for you to get it. I repeat, this is the time for you to get it. If you don't get anything from this session, whether you have invested, you need to get more. You need to get more. If we bring out everything that is in the offering for us, if we show you what it is that we have been able to put together as a business, that includes you, right? But because of information management, we're trying to also let us know that these things are things that will marvel every person. So don't sit down and begin to calculate or miscalculate things that are beyond your reach. Know for sure that we are here for the long term. So put in that early equity interest. Get as much as you can. Who are we servicing? The telecom sector, agency banking, digital marketplace, and all of the cross-border remittances. Those of us that were in the session yesterday, we were gladly told by our CMO that a lot is hanging in these countries across the borders. We want to bring them in. We're not the dominant player there. There are players there, but so much is there. There's a whole lot that is happening around that space that we also want to participate in. And that's why we are bold to tell you that in the next 5 years, all of what you see here will turn green. For those of us joining us for the first time, this is what our business plan looks like. You have the green ones that are legend, meaning that they are in operation already. We have the ones that will turn green in the next 6 months to 12 months, and another one that will also be operational in 12 months to 18. Then finally, the ones that will be in operation in 3 to 5 years. So this is what the business plan is. I will advise us to also x-ray this carefully and understand what it is this business is doing, so that tomorrow you can be very, very proud. Whoever you want to tell that, yes, Laslas is at it, and definitely come 2030, we should be able to get all of this onboarded platform. So clearly, if you look at them, you will understand that all of what we're doing is tilting towards operating the microfinance bank. Everything is tilting towards it. And you can see that arrow pulling upwards. And when is that going to happen? Within 3 to 5 years. Don't turn around and be looking at where is the company. This is the company. We have over 1,040 something microfinance banks operating in Nigeria as we speak. Most of them you've never heard their name before. Open your Google as we speak and search, type microfinance banks in Nigeria. You see over 1,000. Then you begin to ask yourself, how come? Why are we not seeing them? There are different licenses. Some of them operate within the state. Some operate regionally within the way the Nigerian regions are segmented. Some operate within the local government. That's how it is. But every business that has some beginning will definitely have a plan to scale. So, what is that thing that we're saying? We're saying that we are also in that queue. And in the next 5 years, we should have our own microfinance bank. How is it going to happen? From the agency banking that we have now. All of you doing what we're doing in the Laslas mobile app, that's agency banking is going on. In the nearest weeks or even months, as the case may be, we'll obtain the super agent license, which will allow our wallets to be able to transact with every other banking platform.
My
When
G,
that
please, your screen is not showing. I don't know if it's just me or everyone else. Nothing is showing. The slide is blank.
oh sorry, let me share again. Apologies, sir. Thank you for calling my attention, please.
All right.
Okay, is he up now?
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's up
apologies, sir.
now, sir. It's not
Okay,
up yet, sir.
is he up?
It's up,
It
sir. It's
is.
up.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. So what we're still saying, in what we're doing as people, we want to be very sure that no distance time, everything that we have put up as our business plan will come to fruition. You will see them, and you will be part your part and parcel of this movement. There's nothing we have used as a positive to the we are building. If you have been following us, we have coined out several words to make you understand that this is what it is. And like I've said, only your thought that probably would be negating what is what can actually make you move. The thoughts while you're thinking out what if they succeed. Others are thinking, why will they not succeed? You're asking yourself, what if they fail? What if this fails? Others are saying, why will they not succeed? Because I'm here, they must make it. So these are the kind of things we're saying, and that's the mindset that we want. So we can spend time here to discuss and let us understand that together we're going to make this work. And part of our product and services, I said part, we have the equity ownership, which is key. We also have partnerships. These are our flagship products. We have insurance. We also have the cooperatives. These key elements of the business will form what we want to tag as our products, right? We also know the usuals, the e-bills and the top-up, right? Without on undermining them, we give special reference to them because these guys pull a lot. If you know what these guys are pulling across the various banking sectors, you will respect them. So we will always onboard them, and we will onboard more of the bills. There are lots of bills that will be onboarded, and there are lots of services around this top up and the bills that will also be onboarded. Of course, we know that the list cannot be exhausted, but chief amongst them again is our last month. And one of the other products that will also feature on our phones very soon is the last gist. Everything we do around the WhatsApp, the Facebook, all of those things we do that allows people to blog excessively or not do posting content, all of those things will definitely form part of our last gist. So if you are very observant, you begin to notice that the last brand is not by mistake. It's not by mistake. Last is the business name. Then you have last smart, last gist. So you can see how definite these things are. And you can see that it is by design. And the design, like we always will say, is not yet perfect. It cannot be perfect because perfection is not a destination. Perfection is a journey. So together we are journeying in this space. Together we are taking the ride. Remember, side by side, not one person in front, the other person behind. That's what we're doing here. And we're proposing this as the things that stand us out. I don't know that business portfolio or that business brand that will allow some of what we're allowing. Well, apart from shareholding, maybe there might just be one or two commissions that some other business portfolios are offering, but we are giving you much more. Right? For those of us that came in at the partnership level, you can attest to it. Yesterday, we were told point blank by a CMO, your 100,000 naira did not buy any shares for you. It did not buy any shares. So let's begin to understand what Laslas has done. By virtue of your 100,000 naira, Laslas is saying, take 250 units of shares. Begin to build on it. Don't rest on that. Build on it. So that is to whet your appetite, to make you understand that you can do it. Investors relation is there. Engage her. DM her. She will respond and give you the details. Spread your schedule. Make it possible for you to do it without sweat. Again, if you look at what the last month is going to offer, all of us that have products that we are dealing on now, whether digital or organic or whatever you want to call it, anything that has to do with your stop, your shop, your skills, your services, however it is, so long as you can put a content around it, the last mart will house it. Last mart will hold it as a container and propagate it to the world. And that's what we mean when we talk about the last mart. If you have been selling on various stores, e-stores or whatever, you have not sold on the last mart. Wait and you see the last mart. Then you will understand what we're saying. Right? In the agency banking sector, all of what people are doing across different platforms, you can see that clearly there's something that will come on stream at the advent of the Laslas. Most of you are wondering, Laslas. Laslas, you see it. Laslas to be launched. Laslas, you see it on your Google Play Store. Laslas, you see it on your Android Apple Store. That's the way it is. Microsoft has gotten their store too. Last, you see it on the Microsoft store. Same with Samsung. They've all gotten their stores. Right? They don't want that monopoly of the Android system or Google store now. Google is enjoying that monopoly. So all of them are now opening their stores. Samsung has, Microsoft also has. So last, you see them there. But the truth remains that what we're bringing stands out. Don't look at what you are seeing as common. It's priceless. It's priceless. Today, Tony Elumelu and the others, Jimovia, and they are like gods. Right? They are like gods in human form. There's nowhere they go to that people don't worship them. I mean, when you call such names, it opens doors for you. How much more you're related or you have something to do with them. Now, they have also paid the price. Right? They've paid the price. If you begin to look at some other stratas of businesses where people have come true to say, yes, this is our brand. You commonize people because you know them. How about when you have not seen them? How about when you don't know them? Then when you hear that, okay, Gordon Asukwo, MD CEO of Laslas, you want to commonize that feature. It's because you see him, you hear his voice. Let's assume you've not seen him and you don't hear his voice, and tomorrow you see one company, you see the billboards in Abuja, in Lagos, Port Harcourt, everywhere. You see Laslas, and you see this 100 and something feet billboard covering the whole express. You say, wow, which company is this Laslas? You begin to read about it. You see Gordon Asoko, wow, this guy. You begin to spike yourself. That's how it is. I don't want to go biblical. I don't want to bring any passages from there so that I don't offend some people. But the truth remains that we are getting to the point where we will begin to hit it hard. We're here for the long term. And what we're proposing, we're offering, we're going to offer it with pride. We're going to beat our chest to it, and you inclusive. And as a matter of fact, I want to be very specific. I don't know how many of us now joined this call for the first time, but Hope, thank you for joining the call. I believe that you will do the same thing that Sammy did to you when you become a partner eventually. You will do the same thing. Because tomorrow you're going to hear and you will see and you begin to wonder, when did it happen? You will remember, oh, somebody invited me to that session and I didn't take action. But I know this will not be your portion because I know you will take action. For what you're seeing and what you're hearing is an opportunity, right? It's very, very rare. Nigeria is over 250 million. How many are we in this call? Very few persons opportunity to hear this. The next thing you will look out for when you are looking south, we have gone north because the window has closed. By the time you come to north, we are in the west. Again, the windows have closed. The doors have all closed. No more opportunity again. I want to ask a direct question. Can you get anything out of Money Point now? The answer is no. What will you be doing with Money Point? You will just be spending your money there. And I want to challenge us in this connect. For all of us that are still doing top up, using either USSD code of any bank or your bank app or any other app, you are not doing well. Read my lips. You're in error. If you're a partner in this call and you're not using the Laslas web app to do your top up and bills payments, you are in error. Grossly in error. Because tomorrow you begin to ask questions. What is happening? Why is my profit not building? Why is this not happening? Why is that not happening? But you are also contributing to it. You are contributing to it because that's not the way to build. You should be proud of what you have. If we come here every day to talk to ourselves, to look at the business we're building, it means you are in partnership. You are. What you also need to do is to do more. How will you do more? You just have to do more. I cannot explain all of the meaning of more, but you have to explain it for yourself. Do more. Today you have done A, do more. A plus 1 is more. A plus 2 is more. So the truth of the matter is, yes, it's going to hurt me and you. Are we willing to do it? Yes, we will do it. So in conclusion, we will just quickly run through what it had been for us, our history. We remember we defined what the profile is. We want to understand what business we're running. So this is a kind of pilot project that we're proud of. And we'll tell you clearly that we measure this by the 4 Ps. Get used to the terms we're bringing. The 4 Ps. 4 Ps. One is purpose. What's our purpose? It's clear. Democratize enterprise ownership. The second P is our product and services. What are those things that are product and services? We've shown you. Now, we want to quantify them. See the product and services here. Premium partnership, starter elevation and partnership. All of what we do in the e-bills and top up, everything is here and much more. Then the investments, people that are buying equity. So you can clearly see that in the product and services, see what we've been able to pull out in the last 2 years. I mean, we're very proud of this. Over 60 million naira from partnership registrations. Yes. If you open the dailies, if you open Financial Times, if you open Nairametrics, any of those business day, whatever you open, you will see figures of how businesses are performing. Tomorrow you might see our own there. And who says you will not? Yes, you will see it there. And you say, yeah, I know when this people started. Oh. You will see it and you begin to wonder, okay, I remember when they did this, when they were doing this. You begin to testify. By then you become a preacher. But let it not be that you are preaching what you are not benefiting from. You have to start benefiting now so that when you preach it, it will be sweet in your mouth. So again, for all of the services, you can see on the top up and the e-bills, we've done over 46 million. For investments, people have plugged in over 50 million. So you can just do a quick summation of this. Just do a quick summation so that you know that you are the only person withholding yourself, and because you're still in doubt, because you're still expecting one thing to go wrong. Nothing can go wrong, brother. I can tell you that nothing can go wrong. Simple reason. Everything that we're doing, we are in check. So don't fill up your thoughts with what can go wrong. Rather, Bring up, why will this business not succeed? This business should succeed. It should succeed because I am part of it. That's the challenge I challenge myself. So every time I engage, at the bottom, it is hurting, but this is the reality. This is the truth. And that's why, as much as we want to say things, we are very mindful of the language we speak. So if you look at the next P, premium partnership, the people, right? The premium partners, we're also spending time like what we're doing now. We are investing in the people. The 4 P's, purpose, product, and services, the people. Who are the people? You listening. We have investors as people, we have partners, we have spent time, and we'll still spend some more until when the windows are closed to do what we're doing. Then we'll now be navigating the shores of other stratas in terms of the partnership development. But for now, we are spending time to ensure we give us enough product knowledge. You can see investors, partners, train the trainer sessions, back office training, people empowerment. These are the quantities of what has gone down. For empowerment alone, in terms of people, we have been able to empower our partners with over 39 million naira cash. All of the people that have resonated with our business, we are proud to say that we have empowered them with over 39 million naira in less than 2 years, 2.5 years, sorry. So this alone should speak to you. Then the last P, which is process, and that looks at our business process. We just showed you our plan. That 5 years plan, that is what you're seeing here. They are turning green. We have 6 that have turned green. 3 is still in amber, 4 in purple, 1 in red. So these things are the things that we are measuring our performance with. These are the things that we want to show as our operations in the last 2.5 years. So just as I said, in winding down, this is the Laslas ecosystem. You have started. You are on a journey. There's a whole lot for you. You shouldn't stop at any of the spaces. Look ahead of you. There's so much more, but we want to tell you that at the zenith is the equity. Except you're there, just know that probably you are limiting yourself. You are the one limiting yourself. So you have started that journey, whether it's 20K, 50K, or 100K. Step up. Embrace what we have. Embrace the insurance. Embrace the cooperative, the last G's, the last smart. Be part of all what we're doing. It's an ecosystem that you should be plugged into. You shouldn't be found wanting in any of them. And that's how you are complete. That's how you sell the Laslas brand. By the time we don the crest, by the time we put on the blazers of Laslas, you will see the distinction. When we file out, you say these people are different. Because we have invested time in our people. Our people is the source of what we're doing. We cannot do this without you. So we're saying that this journey that you have started, continue. Don't look sideways. Don't be distracted by distractions. You will get genuine distractions. They will come. You will hold the last 50,000 in your hand. You say, I want to use this and do. That's a genuine distraction. Plug it in. You will definitely survive another day. The truth of the matter is, you don't know when this will close. So treat it with the urgency it deserves. Step up. Find your way to equity. Take as much as you can. It looks high up there. Yes, it's high. We started with 50 naira. We went to 200. Now it's 250. It's going, You wake up one morning and you come here is 1,000. What is causing it? We're expanding. Of course, we shouldn't expect that when the last mobile app is launched, we should still be at 250. No. A lot has gone in. A lot is still going in. Before long, you see partners are coming, giving spaces for the business. Somebody gives a lavishly furnished duplex in my time and say, take this for regional office. Do you think we'll still remain at 250? That's how equity is built in value. So you still have the volume, but the value is increasing. So take that bold step. Move along. Journey the ecosystem with us and ensure that you are not disadvantaged so that when we begin to reel out those partners, call out those people that we are proud of, that will don the last crest, you shouldn't be found wanting. So I want to speak to every person listening to me now. This is your startup. this business is your startup. You have the opportunity to treat it like that and treat it like that. You should look for people that together you can drive it. Look at what we're doing and also emulate. You cannot drive it alone. All of us that are in various states, various regions, where you cannot drive it alone. Come together. Look for people that have like minds with you and sell the vision. The vision you will sell is the vision that you will bring out of what you're hearing. You have your own coast along your lines, in tandem with what we're selling. And before long, you will have your own goals. Set it, right? Set that next level. Let it be visible. What do you want to achieve with Laslas? You want to achieve financial freedom? Set it. Look for 1 or 2 or 3 and start it up. Before you turn around, you will be glad that you have made it. And of course, you cannot do it without brainstorming. We want to tell you clearly that everything you are seeing or what you have seen or what you will continue to see, we didn't just wake up and we picked them on the floor. We are spending huge hours brainstorming. And that's how it is. The brain has the power. You are not using it. That's why it is not working for you. So I want to end this session by employing all of us that except you treat yourself in the manner that we have proposed to you and that we have presented, you are not doing yourself any good. Thank you so much, Prof, for having me. I want to drop the mic. You can take it off. Thanks.
So much, Maji. Thank you. That was indeed it was indeed worth listening to, and it was indeed a wonderful delivery. Thank you so much. So we want to ask if anyone here has any question. Please, if there are questions, please kindly unmute your mic, tell us your name, where you're dialing in from, and then gently ask your question so we can provide answers or clarity. Please, let's pick up. Questions, please.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the presentation, the one. But in the course of the presentation, I heard him say that it's better maybe to acquire equity using a company. I don't know if you can be able to explain that a bit more. And also, he also made mention of that I thought maybe the fintech is better than the microfinance of a thing. But he said maybe later on the company will still graduate from this fintech that they are to microfinance. So I really want to also understand if microfinance is more better than the fintech asset, because maybe comparing Money Point and Openless, I think that we are doing far better than microfinance. So I don't know why he said with time, Laslas will still grow to that microfinance level. So I need more clarity in it as well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. David Ode, for your question. So, by G, please, if you're there, kindly answer him. Mr. Goodluck, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hear me. I can hear you.
Okay, fine. So your first question is somebody is okay. Your first question is asking around the fintech and microfinance bank, right? No. Your first question was the company buying shares with your company versus yourself. So what I said clearly is that if you are a business person here and you have equity using your name, just like you, David Ode, you bought shares with your name. That is your name, right? Because of the model that we are operating the B2B model, meaning we can deal with businesses as an entity. So that means that you can also buy shares with your company name. Let's say you have a company, David and Sons Nigeria Limited. You can buy shares with that company. And that would mean that you have, remember, directly you have David Ode. That's your direct shares. Then your indirect shares now is your company owning shares. We have people that are doing it, and there's an advantage. That's what I meant by what I said. There's no one that is superior to the other. It's just an advantage that you can get, right? You plug in two ways, yourself and your company. The reason why it has to be your company is that just maybe, you know things around business funding of companies. If you have a company that you're in partnership with people, it means that that company in partnership with those people will bring resources and buy shares. A lot of companies have shares in different companies. I hope you know that. So that is what I'm saying. So let's begin to mature to that level where we understand that as a single person, you might not go too far. You might not go too far, honestly. And that's why businesses in this part of the world were not doing well. After the visionaire dies, apologies, that company dies. But when you go to advanced countries, you see companies that have lived for 200 years, 150 years, 100 years. Why is it so? Then the equity that the visionaries, the early founders got, they keep it for their children, for their generations unborn. So these people wake up, they get born into wealth, what we call generational wealth. Because those companies are existing, they are formulated already, not a one-man show. So that's what I mean by buying shares with your company, because that in itself would outlive the individual. I hope you get it now, David. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, okay with it.
All right. So your second question is talking around the fintech space, microfinance bank, and okay. So the thing is this: once you begin to transact on your platform, whatever platform you have, and I know that you know that there are lots of platforms. Let me use that word, that people can do top up, pay hotel bills, pay flight tickets, all of those things. So long as you have a community of people doing those things on a platform, that is what agency banking is. It's bringing banking to the rural, to the neighborhood, so that you don't need to go physically to a banking hall. What do you go to do in a bank? You go to transact, pay money for something. That's what you do in a banking hall, nothing more. It's either you're borrowing or you're crediting or you're doing something. So all of these platforms that does that, it's called agency banking, right? So at that level, agency banking grows as much as they want. And if they want to operate a microfinance bank, who says they cannot? It's just a license, a way. So you are an agency banking platform or business. If you want to go into a microfinance bank, you do. You just obtain the license from CBN, get NDIC insurance, and you do all of those. Then the next thing you begin to talk about is you take your market share. Now, all of these things together are what is called the fintech portfolio, financial technology. Everything that is existing inside what I've just said is fintech. So I hope I've been able to lay it down to you, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate.
All right. So don't get confused when you see the microfinance bank and when we talk about fintech. They are everything. Even okay. Let's now go a step further. Now let's look at what the banks are doing. Why they might not be categorized as fintech as such. So see the banks. There's something called neo banking. Neo banking means you don't need to have a physical hall, a physical space where people will come and be doing those banking services or transactions. You do it using technology. That's what neo banking is. And CBN has since opened up licenses, opened up the space for neo banking to happen. That's why you are seeing lots of loan apps everywhere, everything around all of this fintech, because CBN liberalized banking. And one of the things they also did was to open up the database. What it means is that if you have an account in UBA, for instance, every other would be a bank or a fintech brand that needs to transact will also get your details. That's what it means. So that's opened up banking, so that banking is not left in the hands of the commercial banks, because they are not doing what they are supposed to do. If the commercial banks are equipped to do, sorry, they're equipped, but if they are true to the cost to do what they are supposed to do, Nigeria would be a better place, because these banks have what it takes to upscale businesses, but they are not doing it. Rather, they are sitting fat, giving loans, failed loans, doing some other things that chasing government funds that will not help the SMEs. So the SMEs now have been looked after by all of these policies coming from CBN. So me and you now can go to a loan app and borrow 500,000, 2 million, 1 million without filling any paper anywhere or putting any collateral. All we need to do is, this person is, I know this person, this is my this. They do your, what's it called, your biometrics and one thing, now you collect the loan. This was not how we were operating before. And this had opened the eyes of the commercial banks. When I mean the commercial banks, you know them: UBA, First Bank, Zenith, Guarantee Trust, and all of those people. So the thing opened their eyes now. They are also now towing the line of the fintech brand. How? They are also beginning to operate without these things that people had known them for, by opening their own kind of fintech portfolio where they will come and they will be lending money digitally. You don't need to go to First Bank with plenty papers for a freeze, put passport photograph, photo card of your signature. I guess you understand now. So that is what is happening. So thank you, Prof.
Yeah, thank you so much for bringing clarity to him. I was almost laughing when he was asking the question, but I had confidence that you would do justice to it, so there was no point talking. All right, so thank you so much, Mr. David. I love the fact that you spoke up. A lot of people kept quiet, but I mean, your question has also brought clarity to them. Some of us, we don't like talking, we just want to listen. So thank you so much. Whenever we come together here and talk and speak, at the end of the day, no questions, it doesn't give me joy personally. It seems as if we're coming here to just do the usual, and people will just join and then go back. So please, we need you when you come here. We need you to listen attentively and be able to come up with questions. By the time you ask questions, it helps you to get to know more, right? So any other person with another question? Let's take the last question for tonight. Another question, please, or clarity, or just let someone else give us another question. Does anyone else have any other question? Any other question? All right. Seems there are no other questions. So, I see you. I don't know if you have anything for us, or should we go ahead and shut down?
Okay, just proceed, my leader. Just to add to what David said earlier, um, all of the new fintech banks, they are holding up to microfinance licenses to now solve problems, because fintech is using technology to solve financial problems at different levels. So all of them. That's why you hear Money Points Microfinance Bank, you have Kuda Microfinance Bank, you have Fair Money Microfinance Bank, and Pampay Micro. All of them, they are holding microfinance bank licenses, but their solutions are at different levels. For instance, you have some of them who are focusing on digital lending, like I think Fair Money. That is their strengths. Then you have some of them too, like OPay. OPay also is holding up to microfinance license. To now, they now designed the solution approach to the retail consumers, to the retail market, so that why I have to mention this, to be able to provide the general clarity to everyone. For Laslas is eventually approaching also, will be able to hold the, what is it called, microfinance license, and now leverage digital technology to offer solutions, financial solutions, and leveraging the various innovation level to serve the retail markets. All right. So, and that is why, if you look at our approach, like Mr. Goodluck illustrated, is also looking at insurance. A lot of them do not look at that direction. Just like we met somebody the other time, and he said, "Well, how are you different?" And I said, "Have you seen life insurance on any of the fintech platform?" He said, "No." "Have you seen digital cooperative?" He said, "No." That is how we are different. Money transfer is not where we benchmark on. It's not where we want to emphasize on. Even though the market is big, looking up to over 400 million in the next 25 years. That's a huge market. And a single app performed 14 billion transactions last year at over 445 trillion worth of transaction volume in monetary value. That is huge, and it's a market that you don't overlook. And then we are building up to keep also carve into that market niche, which is why all of these partnership conversations we are having here are important, there, so that every one of us can plug into that early ownership, where we are democratizing the enterprise ownership to the very minimum level where everyone can have access to it. So I want to appreciate everyone tonight, and for those of us who are, bringing and inviting our friends to come in and get part of what we are doing. I want to appreciate you, and then I think going forward we'll just continue to learn and do the great stuff that we are doing according to our business vision and mission. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, our CEO, for your great inputs. It has also given further clarity to all of us here. So, before I shut down, I want to welcome specially someone that just joined us for the first time today and joined very early for that matter. Mr. I don't know, is here is saying high hopes. High hopes, I want to congratulate you, and then also thanks Sammy for bringing you in today. I hope you got something from this training. Miss High Hopes, please kindly unmute yourself. Tell us your name and where you're dialing in from, the person that invited you. Though those of us that came in earlier have heard you, but let other people hear you, the other family members. So if you're there, please.
Okay, yes, I'm still here. My name is Hope from Lagos. I was invited by Samuel.
All right. So thank you so much. I personally appreciate you a lot for the fact that you came in so early. Exactly 8 before 8 o'clock you were on call already. That means you're really very enthusiastic and passionate about what you're going to hear. And I want to believe that you've got something from tonight, and by tomorrow we'll begin to see action, right? So thank you so much. On behalf of the Laslas family, we want to welcome you into our family. We are the best people on earth, and you won't regret joining us. Okay? So thank you. Is there any other person joining us for the first time today? I'm seeing two names here. Today is your first time of joining us. Please kindly unmute yourself. Tell us your name, where you're dialing in from, and the person that invited you. Yeah, I'm seeing Chi Ngama. Is this your first time? All right. Even if it's your first time, we all welcome you. If it's not, we still appreciate you. So before I shut down, just to quickly remind us of the 2026 flash, ensure, ensure, I said it 3 times, please, ensure you share this with people. And the flyer for the international trip is out. Don't just comment in the group. It's meant to be shared. Give it out to people. Let them know. Let them understand how, why they need to be on that trip. If you can't explain it to them, bring them here. Bring them to me. Luckily today, someone saw it and quickly reached out to me. At least 2 persons. I'm interested, please. What do I need to do? That's the first step. Then you tell them what to do, help them to strategize. If they can strategize on their own, fine. Share it on your social media handles, on your WhatsApp status. Instagram, Facebook, all of those handles. Make sure you share them. Somebody will hear it. Somebody that needs it will reach out to you to say, please tell me more about this trip. And you that you're sharing, I mean, you should have the zeal to go on this trip. That's what will push you to continue to talk to people about it, so that they will get to be, on the trip themselves, or get to hear about it, to give it a try first. So I want to encourage us, please. That flyer is out. It didn't just come out for show. Let's use it. All right. And Mr. Goodluck says something concerning the equity. Yes, we have given you 250 units. You have 100 units. You have 200 units. You have, listen, whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. If you have a little, increase it. Don't just stay where you are. The price may go up tomorrow, that's fine, but also have it at the back of your mind that tomorrow we may end the sales of shares. You never know. Anything is possible. And so if you're just holding on to your 100 units or your 200 units, you will no longer have opportunity of increasing it. But now that the window is still open, please try as much as you can to step up what you have. Tomorrow you will be glad you did, and I'm sure you will definitely thank me. If your conscience is still alive and you have a large heart, you will come back to say, Mma, thank you for saying what you said that made me to increase what I have. So I don't want to talk too much. We're already almost 15 minutes into 9 o'clock. I want to thank you all for always coming in here, trusting us, believing in us, working with us. Like Mr. Goodluck said, we are going to work side by side to make sure that this really comes to fruition. Okay? So thank you guys for coming. This meeting is recorded and will be shared. I don't know who quickly ends this meeting before I'm done. Before I'll even be able to stop what I'm sharing. I don't know who is dragging this with me. I will remove you from being an admin. I will remove the person from being an admin. Or maybe you will take over from here. So just for the person to know, allow me to at least stop recording before you end the call. And don't end the call for me. You didn't start the call. All right? So I want to thank everyone for coming. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your belief and trust in us. We appreciate you, and we are telling you that we won't let you down. So that being said, I want to wish you a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of the night, and this meeting has come to an end. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right, good
The
night. Thank you.
recorded version will be shared. Night,
Good
guys.
night, everyone.